Hello, and welcome to episode 14 of Down That Aisle. And this week is interesting in the sense of Down That Aisle is kind of termed from a wrestler this week, Ric Flair. And no, I'm not going to pick Ric Flair's iconic 2001 A Space Odyssey theme, but when he went to the WWF in 92, he used a knockoff version. And, depending on who you are, you might like it better than the 2001 Space Odyssey. I think at times I like it better, and then there's times where I'm like, no, it's not as good. I think it changes for me. It definitely was not a bad theme, but it was, a WWF version of it, and I think it was fitting. I think it was fitting for him. I mean, it wasn't bad. So, the interesting thing about this theme, though, is so Ric Flair comes in. He, that to me one of the greatest moments I think of his career would be winning that '92 Rumble. I mean, that was really probably the best Rumble ever, and here's Ric Flair, who's a top guy, obviously. He's there for, a year or two. And then, in 1996 or 97, Nature Boy Buddy Landell comes in to do a couple shots. And he comes out to Ric Flair's WWF theme. And it's like, wait a minute. They definitely repurposed themes many times over. But this was a top guy. This was not just a top guy, but it was Ric Flair. I mean, arguably one of the top 3 names in wrestling history. And they use his theme for a jobber, and people are not supposed to notice just because of, obviously, the Nature Boy name. So that was very strange. When he came back to WWF after the WCW buyout and everything, he came back to just the 2001 Space Odyssey theme, so that the old WWF theme wasn't reused. But it's fun to play this one every now and then. It's almost like a Lost in Time, Bizarro World theme in a way, if you think about it. So yeah, I wanted to touch up on this one, and not many people might, even though it was Ric Flair, not many people might remember that it wasn't the Ric Flair theme. It was a knockoff. So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week, and we will see you next week.